Oh, there you are. I was beginning to think you weren't going to make it. So today we're going to be putting in some S&S Gear driven cams into an 88 twin cam Softail. That's the phone. Better get it. So these are the goodies going in. You've got your inner and outer drive gears. That baby. And the kit comes with, you get the inner and outer support bearings and the retention plate as well. So we'll need to access the cam cover and lift the rocker tops off, because we've got to take the weight off the push rods, and then we can unload everything from the cam chest there. So we'll get cracking. You wait there. So there we have the cam cover off and the rocker tops off, because we're going to need to pull the push rods out. There we go. For any of you millennials tuning in, this is a carburetor. This is what we used to use to fuel the bike before we cared about the planet. So what you're getting here, apologies for the shaky camera work, these gears will be replaced with these two, which are obviously larger but engage with one another. Same with the cams as well, because these are the chaps that tend to give trouble, these slipper pads. We'll have a look at those in a minute. Right, so here we are, we're in on the cams now. We've put the special tool in to hold the tensioner back, so we should be able to, you sit there, thank you. Should be able to take the gears out now. Come out, you bastard! That's a technical term, but it did seem to work. So there you have it. So here comes the cam plate, complete with the inner cam gears. So you've got your second tensioner here. And if you try and rotate these cams by hand, you practically can't. So changing it to gear driven cams, just the amount of energy saved by the motor having to turn its own mechanism is greatly reduced. And there's your oil pump there as well. Okay, so we've installed the new cams into cam plate now. Here we go. Gear driven, getting that? Quiet please. And look how easily they are to turn. So you've got all that energy saved just by virtue of the fact you have no tensioning mechanism. And these, plonk them in there. Job's a good one. Have it. That's the new outer cam gears installed. You can see the timing alignment marks here, all fairly straightforward. So while we're at it, let's just let you guys take a look at the old tensioner shoes. Don't know if you can get that. this was the inner one. As you can see, there's actually a portion of it missing, which has been smushed up in the motor there over the period of time. So that's the cams in now. So all we've got to do is cover back on, put all the rocker gear and push rods back in, and then we're ready to fire it up. So there it is, all back together. Now we're just going to see if she'll run. So there it is, S&S gear driven cams. It's about a 3-hour install and a bucket full of power. That's all, folks.